All right, everybody. Great news. I found my soldering iron. So we're going to go ahead and get modding on the Mixbox. So this is actually my preferred way of playing fighting games, coming from mostly FPS games on the computer. The WASD input is really comfortable for me. So I decided to hop on this. Actually, Vivian bought it for me, so shout out to her. We're just going to be modding it today because originally it comes with MX Cherry Reds, and we're going to be replacing them with the Speed Silvers. Now they're both linear switches, but these silvers are just a little bit lighter and they have a shorter distance to travel once you actually get your button pressed. And I typically end up bottoming out when I'm playing. So I think this will be a nice little mod. I just have to resolder some of these switches on and see how it goes. So I'm going to be recording the whole process, so hopefully I'll post a video later, maybe to Instagram or YouTube or something. So stay tuned. I'll let you guys know how it goes. All right, so right now there's two pins that you have on the standard just cherry switch that you solder into your usual PCB. But you can see to fit the DuPont connectors, like you see on, arcade buttons, some joysticks, you'll have you get to have some way to attach them, and since these are very small, I don't know if it'll get to focus. These are very small, kinda. All right, you'll have to. I thought this board was just there for stability, and maybe they didn't have like a plate attaching Cherokee. Maybe they had a board attaching Cherokee. But what this is they have this board that's attached. I'm assuming the runs are on the other side, so you can't see them. But they have this. They soldered on these prongs. Let's see if you can. Yeah, there you go. They soldered on these prongs so you can attach these. So very cool. So we're not actually going to touch these at all, because I'm assuming, because I can see there's no connection in between this board and the brick aside from the solder from these two small silver pins here and here, and that's the two pins that you saw on the switch. So I'm assuming we'll be able to pry this board off pretty easily if I take these the two pins from or unsolder the switch from these two attachment points here. I'll just be able to pull it off, and then hopefully we'll just attach these two back on. I don't know. I'm wondering, so I don't actually have to take this box apart. So it may be here more convenient, but we're just gonna run through it. We're just gonna do it on the side. Just need to grab some tape so I can tape these so I don't lose them in the box. So the whole reason I'm switching from cherry red to the silver, Speed Silvers, is because they're both linear. They're actually both very similar in their design. Both linear switches. The reds are like the quote unquote gaming type of switch. I guess it's more marketed towards gaming, but honestly any switch that you feel comfortable with is going to be proficient in gaming. It just depends on what you like. For me, ow, totally just for me, I like the Cobra switches. You can see by the happy hacking keyboard that I have here. Tasha Trevor got that from him. And then right back after a short commercial break. Gonna remove the solder. Actually, all right. So I hope this works. Just about the switch. like a pseudo mount. Mount these switches upside down. We're almost there. Almost a little excessive, but I think it should work. Good. Now we're swapped over. Boom, silvers. All right. Well, now we're testing it, and right there in the center. It's a little far away, but gonna activate the window, and we're good. Left, right, up, down. Oh, good. They actually, I was skeptical about how different it would feel, but the actuation length is actually shorter. It feels shorter. From playing with the reds for a while, I actually can feel the difference between it being a shorter time for me to bottom out, which is great. I feel like I'm a little bit more responsive. I can hit those buttons a little faster, and everything works. Yeah, everything feels really good. Sweet.